Comedy Jonah.
I'm
Hi.
back. I'm back.
Welcome
Shh,
back.
is Derek here? Shh.
No, Derek's not here.
Okay, good.
We are working on a theory that you have a crush on him and that you're too scared to be around him.
What?
I
Not me.
told him that you like bears.
I don't.
Don't know? Well, you'll have to see. He's thinking that you didn't want to visit him again. I didn't know that you missed the first show with him.
Did I? I know when you texted me, I'm like, did I miss the first show too? Oh my gosh, it's so weird.
You missed it. Well, you know what? People don't have to miss any of our shows, John, as long as they follow, like, and subscribe. Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all of those places. Make sure that you're following, liking, and subscribing so you are alerted every single time we go live. I know we're coming to the end of Big Brother season, but maybe we're going to cover Survivor. Maybe we cover Amazing Race.
Yeah.
Maybe we cover a Bravo show.
Ooh, I like
Maybe we
that.
cover Drag Race when Big Brother's over. The only way you'll know is if you follow. And I'm ready to switch to a different fandom that is not so angry all the time. But make sure that you share the show. Maybe you have a friend or a family member that likes it or you think would like it, so share it with them. And tweet us anytime using hashtag YRRLive. Of course, you can visit our website for the past 10 years of shows where we used to cover Bravo and Survivor and Drag Race and all of those things as well. So, you know, we're never going to quit Big Brother, but Big Brother's coming to an end, and I just want everyone to know, well, we're not going anywhere,
Oh, I was
so
gonna
make
say,
sure you're following.
I know we were coming to an end too.
Yeah, we might be. Never know. Lots of things coming to an end on tonight's episode. Janelle's record, Nicole's record. Michael's just taking out all your faves.
Oh my gosh, amazing. Amazing. First time on Big Brother and doing all of this.
He broke the 16-year-old record.
Yeah.
And he beat Nicole Anthony's 3-year-old BB comic record. She used to have the fastest time at like 10 minutes and 24 seconds or something. And now he was like at what, 9:08?
9:06.
Well, good luck, future players. Now, the only thing I will say, the only asterisk to that note that people pointed out yesterday was he did have one less comic. Now, granted, is that really, you know, a minute and 50 whatever, 30 whatever seconds to find the one comic? I don't know. But just a note, when Nicole did it, she had one more comic than Michael had.
I think that could definitely be a difference.
Yeah, I think they should say Nicole has it for all people that had the full run of comics,
Right.
and Michael has it for the people that had one less.
I'm still going to consider Nicole Anthony having the record.
Please let her have it. Thank you.
Yeah, let her have it.
Let's let her have it. She
Let
was
her have
16. It's one more comic. Give it to her.
I think it's a huge thing. I think, especially if there's like a green wristband or a little sparkle by the hand, going back and going on that thing, I think, yeah, it could be over a minute and 30 seconds. Yes.
Okay, well, let me tell you this, because Entertainment Tonight, I don't know if this is the first year they ever did it, but I'll be honest, I checked out of Big Brother the last 2 years, hated it. All Stars is very traumatic for me. But this year, back in it, and I did not know Entertainment Tonight, or Weekly, whatever the stupid magazine is, they did the A-B comic. So they did the comic, and then the comic that has the thing wrong, and you had to spot the difference. So the same two ones that they're playing with, and you had to see what was wrong.
Yeah.
I have to, you know, say I'm pretty great. I got stuck on the same one Michael got stuck on, Brittany's, which I could not figure out it was a salt and pepper shaker. And I got stuck on Nicole's. The Nicole, the crook, the
I didn't see what you were talking about, but Nicole's in the episode looks super busy, so I could understand that. I could tell immediately on Brittany's that one was pepper, one was salt.
Yeah, that was what did it. Now, did you get that she's a flea because she is like a, living off of Michael?
Yeah, did you also know there is a flea on Michael's comic?
No, you saw a tweet where someone photoshopped it onto his comic. It is
I,
not
s-
in the actual
I
comic.
still saw it.
On Twitter, shout out to the person who did that. I forget who it is, but I saw that too and I laughed out loud. That's very good, whoever did that one.
Yes. Yes.
But yeah, no, they put it in Michael's hair. Thought it was brilliant. Kyle and his reptile dysfunction. Did you notice that?
Whose?
Yeah. Oh, I get to tell you now. I got to tell Jarek, and now I get to tell you. So Kyle's comic, right?
Oh no. It had the
He was
tongue. It had the tongue.
It had the tongue, and then remember he was the reptile, okay, or rep
Oh.
Kyle. So see, look, rep. Oh, haha! It's green screen, so you're not going to be able to see. Well, it said rep Kyle, but look at what his caption says. Oh, it's not going to focus because again, it's green screen. But I'll read it to you. It says, "Crimes about to suffer reptile dysfunction." So they literally shaded his 10-second sex sessions in his comic.
That's amazing. Now, Bisma in the YouTube chat says, I didn't understand Monty's comic. I don't get it. I didn't get it either.
Well, because the title was Monte Twisto, so like the Count of Monte Cristo is a book. So they made it a pun by calling him Monty Twisto, and then they made it all the different twists from the previous seasons. Like his power as a superhero is to use previous twists. He's Monty Twisto. In the same way DJ Terence is DJ Snowman or whatever.
Snowflake.
And he's DJ Snowflake, whatever. They just were playing with people's names. But here's the thing. I think it's messed up. They knew what they were doing when they made Brittany a flea, as if she's living off Michael. They knew what they were doing when they said a reptile dysfunction for Kyle.
Yeah.
And they knew, and I'm sorry, I think they are trying to help Michael. They knew that by making that comic and make it seem like Monty has some power, that it would cause, in my opinion, it was to make Michael take a shot at Monty. 100%.
Now, see, and you can absolutely be totally right. And first of all, the Zings in the comics were better than Zingbot, okay?
Oh, 100. Oh, that's right. You weren't here for Zingbot. Yeah, they were boring.
I saw the episode. It was awful. I mean, besides the one with Alyssa being dead weight, was pretty fun. Other than they were stupid, calling Michael ugly. I mean, it was so dumb. But
I didn't like that.
I thought that was too mean. Like, dude, Zingbot should have done the zings that were kind of in the comics, but maybe he couldn't because.
I mean, you can. I don't think we should ever make fun of the way anyone looks on Big Brother. Like, you could have went for his game, just like you could have went for Brittany. You went for Alyssa's game. Right. That was funny. You don't have to be like, you're ugly. Your face is ugly. I don't know. I didn't like it.
It was dumb. They need to hire like somebody to actually professionally write the jokes. Among the other things,
they need to hire a lot of people.
They need a lot of people.
Call us if you want to help your show from
right. We'll write them. We'll write the jokes.
Yeah, no, I thought the Zingbot was so stupid. Yeah. Anything you want to say about that episode? Because that's right, you weren't here.
No, it was just the Zingbot was stupid. I was looking forward to it. I always do, and it just seems like every season I'm getting more and more disappointed. They're just stupid. I think the last one I liked is when Kathy Griffin was accompanying Zingbot. That was probably the last one.
I do have to say, the two things I liked about Zingbot, I did like Brittany's crazy eyes.
Oh yeah,
I did like that. And if we're gonna go into Wikipedia and we want to go in the history of Zingbot, I feel like this is the first time Zingbot ever changed his voice. Like when he was like, I'm Monty and I'm so boring. Like he changed his Zingbot voice. This
Oh,
is a fun fact.
great fun fact. Unfunny fun fact, but great. Fun.
Yeah, definitely unfunny. I mean, but what do you do for Monty? He's boring. And you're trying to get him out by making the house think that he has a hidden freaking power.
I
It
know, and
still
I don't
didn't work.
understand why Monty's such a big target. He hasn't really done anything. He hasn't really won anything.
Have you seen him lotioning up his muscles?
That's what he's winning at, is the lotioning, and I would have loved to zing about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old do you think Monty is?
Well, don't we know? Isn't it up here in our notes?
Yeah, but don't look. I'm telling you to guess. How old do you think Monty is?
Oh, I'm not gonna.
You're cheating.
I'm not cheating at all. I thought Monty was like 31, but I
All right, you're close. You're close. He's like 29, I believe.
27.
27. I thought he was like 40, so whatever. Thought he was like 40. But yeah.
But how old do you think Terence is? 80.
I don't like to think of Terence, period.
DJ Snowflake!
He needed to not do this when he looked like I've fallen and I can't get up. He looked like he was on the ground like a turtle trying to get up in his in like that little comic cutscene.
Oh,
I mean, none of them looked good.
None of them look good. I mean, Brittany falling, Brittany just hanging on that thing, and like she couldn't even make it like one of the times, like all the way.
I can't complain. That'd be me.
No, and once I saw Terence, I'm like, oh, there's me. So that's what I did. Oh. Yeah.
Was there any of the comics that you really loved? I thought Indies looked a lot like her.
I thought with the shopping, right?
Yeah, with the no, that was Alyssa with
that
shopping.
Was Alyssa with the shopping. I like Alyssa's. I like Taylor's. I like the chip.
Yes, I like Taylor's. Good with Taylor and the chip.
I like Indies in the green.
They have two different artists that they have do the comics. So there's one that the person that did, I don't want to brag, but I have my comic done by the Big Brother artist, which I tweeted out during the episode if you want to see it. I like the one that did my comic.
And is that the ones that do the Big Brother ones, right?
Yes, there's two different ones that do the comics. I also tweeted out, speaking of tweets, if you want to see hilarity, you can see the moment where Taylor and Monty and Terence realize what Kyle's comic is about. I did a little 3-part video tweet of that. Absolutely hysterical. You can watch them realizing all of that.
Yeah,
it's very funny.
I think Turner's comic was mean.
I mean, it didn't look like him.
It didn't. He looked like he hadn't showered for 3 months. Like, so he showers every other day, and people are like, "Oh my god, that's so disgusting."
By the way, and not making the gays look good, Turner, or the LGBT
he's not gay.
community.
He's bi.
Yeah, I know
That's
he's
different.
bi,
and he doesn't like the labels. He's
23 and bi.
A cis male, and he goes by he and him.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, I, as a 40-year-old gay male, think that people that are 23 and say they're bi just don't want to admit that they're gay.
Which is the whole point of his whole conversation.
I know. Which is why I'm purposely showing the other side.
You are representing
Please
the other
don't.
side.
I am representing the ignorant side. I thought they say fluid. I thought that the kids these days don't say bi anymore. I thought we were the losers that say bi, and now it's just, I'm sexually fluid. I go where my fluids go.
See, and that's very woke of you to recognize
thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, I didn't think they used bi anymore either. I thought it was fluid. So maybe Turner's a little old school.
Maybe if he took more showers. If he took more showers, the gays would want him more, and then he'd go to the correct team.
Hey, some of the gays really like El Natural.
Yeah, it's true. No, I've seen Megan, his girlfriend's Instagram and stuff, and she's adorable, and I think that they're very cute together, so I think it's great. I did think if I was Megan sitting at home, I don't know that I would want the segment on my boyfriend talking about how much he likes to suck penises, but that's just me.
Oh, I don't think it's that he has sucked a penis or two. I didn't.
That's not what I want to hear when I'm the
Yeah,
girlfriend sitting at home.
I would think, okay, if I was her, he's done me more than a
I would
couple of
hope.
penises
But
he's sucked in
but
his whole life. Like
but
that's
what if
what
he
I would.
didn't? But what if he didn't?
What if he sucked more penises than he of the times they've had sex together?
Yeah.
I don't know that they'd be together that long.
He
I mean,
worked for someone called Mr. Beast.
what is that?
I don't know. Sounds hot though.
It does kind of sound hot. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we don't know. We're just
Yeah.
kidding. We don't know anything. We
I
don't know
don't
if
know.
he's had a relationship
Have you
with a
ever
guy or
dated?
not.
Have you ever dated someone, a guy that was bisexual?
Have I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I married one, unfortunately. Let me tell you, every time he tells me about the girls he slept with, I say you can keep talking about them and I'll cut your balls off.
Now,
My hubs.
when I
What?
was younger, a bisexual hit on me, and I was just like, I don't know if I want to date or be with a bisexual guy
No,
because,
I wouldn't.
yeah.
But then I
But
married one.
now that I'm older and wiser, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm not insecure at all. Well, now I'm like, thank God. Now it's twice the pool that can just take him away. I will literally just send me an email. I will try and set you up. Maybe he could cheat and you guys could go away for a vacation and I get a break for a weekend. Either one, it's fine. I think he still likes both. I'm not sure. No. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand. Back then, I don't think I would have liked it if somebody was openly talking about it. But then again, I say, yeah, I married Hubs. He was engaged to a woman before me.
That is something I've never known.
Well, now you know.
Wow. Okay.
So that's how good I am, everyone. Slide in my DMs.
Oh, that you could slide right in. Look what Eric could do.
Slide right
Eric
into
will make
them.
you choose.
So, yeah. Here's what I want. I want Turner to talk about it more. I thought it was interesting when I just feel like this past week is the first time I've really heard him talking about being bisexual on the feeds. And he credited Michael for it and said, I really credit Michael for being so out and open, and it's making me want to be more outspoken about my past, although I don't feel like he has spoken about his past other than just to say that he is. But I think that's great. I think if it is helping people out there to know that there are people like them, I think representation is important, and I think it's great. And
Absolutely.
I hope you know that we're just kidding. And be bi, be straight, be a toaster, I don't care.
Yeah, we're here.
And don't call me, I'm still a little insecure. So yeah, I think that's great with Turner. Now, what we really need to talk about, because I have not been live since this has been falling apart, and of course they have not really discussed it on the show, unless there's anything else you want to say about the comics before we go down the road that I have a feeling we're going to be on for a long time.
Nope. I mean, Michael's a comp beast. Nicole Anthony still holds the title as far as I'm concerned because he completed it with one less comic, and I even thought Michael's comic was cute too. Yeah.
Copycats makes a lot of cats.
Copycats makes a lot of cats. Oh, cats.
Cats. So, what did you think of Brittany going to Turner and starting to make a final two with Turner? Now, I'm going to tell you what this conversation was really like, but first I want to get your initial thoughts.
The thought I had was too late, Brittany. That's why you're a flea. That's why you're a little flea. Too late. Too late to get off me. You're biting me. Stop. I mean, to sit there and have that conversation, have the conversation she'd be willing to get out Michael. Michael knows all of this. And later on in the episode, Michael literally says it, right? So it's not, Turner telling Michael about it. It's no new information. So yeah, I just think, yeah, Brittany, it's just too late. And I think her whole thing of trying to go, let's go for a bigger target. I think we should do that. You're just trying, you're grasping at trying to get something on your resume, and Michael knows it. So, he's
I
not doing
mean,
it.
here's the part that they really, for starters, left out was that also in that conversation with Turner, Brittany outed the Girls Alliance, that there is a new Girls Alliance in the house. There's this new Girls Alliance.
The three girls.
The three girls, which really was not an alliance because it was just the three of them in the HOH room talking. And then Brittany kind of like parlayed that into the girls are working together to Turner. On top of everything else you saw them talk about. But this is very important, and also why I couldn't help but laugh out loud when Turner is like, Brittany, you're gonna turn on your number 2, and you think that is gonna make me want to work with you. Hi, Turner. Now, again, maybe it's the lack of showers, but first you turned on Joseph, who was in your main alliance, for no reason. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. You did it for a reason. You did it to help Kyle and Alyssa, as if either of those two would take you anywhere. Then you turned on Kyle for the news that was outed. Then you turned on Michael before the 7. You literally turn on people multiple times a week, Turner. So you and your fucking high horse of, oh, Brittany, how could you turn on... Give me a fucking break. Here's the thing. Brittany mentions a fake girls alliance that is not even a thing to Turner, which makes Turner wet his 23-year-old pants and go, oh God, now I'm going to be backdoored. I don't know what to do. So then he was totally on board with getting Michael out. He was gung-ho and all for it until this Brittany bullshit lie came into play. He went to Monty and was like, oh my God, the girls are getting together. We need Michael. So then Turner runs to the HOH and goes to Michael and is like, Brittany's telling me about a girls alliance and all this stuff, and I don't know what to do, and she's going after you. The paranoia of Turner that we see multiple fucking times a week has literally turned Turner and Monty into this little misogynistic two-headed dragon where they're just both like, the girls are evil. The girls are the worst. We have to get the girls out. We need to not go after Michael next week. We need to get the girls. Literally Brittany making up a stupid lie about an alliance that isn't even real with the girls, and then throwing herself onto Turner has literally done more to help Michael than anybody else has done all season to help him. Like, the chain of events that has gone on the past 2 days has just been insane, and it all stems from Brittany making up a lie because she is scared that Michael might go home and then she'll have no one. Right. So she's trying to work with Turner, like we saw in the episode. Yeah. That made Turner freak out, get paranoid, go to Monty, say the girls are working together. So now Turner and Monty supposedly are going to work with Michael to get the girls out this coming week. Now, granted, they don't know it's a double eviction. Right. We did hear them say in their GRs, we're going to go after Michael if the opportunity presents itself. Mm-hmm. Who knows? I personally think Michael understands and knows the full picture. He understands that the guys want him now in a way they haven't wanted him before because they are afraid of the girls. If Michael is smart, he would stoke those flames before the double eviction. I even think before the double eviction, Michael should just lean over to Brittany and go, I know what you've been doing, and I'm not sure I'm not going to evict you tonight. And then just let Brittany fucking spin out of control. Just let her, she'll start crying. Oh, Michael, what are you talking about? It'll be amazing.
But why would he do
It'll,
that if it's helped him? Like, if he ever confronted her, and if I was Brittany, I'd be like, listen, I'm getting the heat off of you a little bit. If they start to go for the girls, you're going to stay here a little bit
because the problem is she lied. She didn't say I'm doing it to get the heat off you. She lied and didn't tell him the truth. So now he doesn't trust her.
I don't think he's
He literally told her to leave the room and meditate the other day. He goes, "Don't you want to meditate?"
But see, that's how she did it. Like, early on in this game, she messed up too, and Amira stood up to her, and Paloma did too. And no, it wasn't Paloma. It was, I think, Jasmine. And she did the same exact thing and got caught. And
which is what screwed up her game,
yes.
And which is why I kept saying many recaps ago, it's why it annoys me that we all act like Brittany was Team Taylor. Brittany was just as mean to Taylor as the other girls. Brittany didn't give a shit about Taylor. Brittany's messed her fucking game up because of doing shit like this, and luckily was the tick on Michael's testicle and got dragged into the alliance.
Yep, absolutely the flea got sucked into the room and sucked into the alliance.
Oh, come here, Brittany. Come on, you want to come along? And all Brittany had to do is shut the fuck up. Brittany, I understand. Look, I am not faulting her to play a game. I know I half hate Brittany because every season I have to hate someone, and well, it landed on Brittany this season. But I get she has to play the game. However, all you had to do was not fucking say anything and literally let Michael drag you to the end. I understand that you're worried something might happen with Michael. Then, yes, it's Big Brother. You need to play a little bit ahead. You did not need to play that hard, that strong right now. Didn't need to.
No, you were totally safe. She's always messed up on her timing, overly doing it. What's wrong with second at this point? There's not enough time for Brittany to make up things on her resume, or to put things on her resume to compete with Michael if she was sitting in final two. And to sit there and go, hey, Terence, I just, I don't have any reason to vote you out. I mean, that's who you're like. I know I can beat Terence. Do you know what I mean? Who has done nothing. Like, she can at least latch on and be like, yeah, Michael did all this stuff, but I helped too. I was creative. I'm the one that held the rope and used all my weight to push those things up the tree. That was me. When Terence could be like, yeah, I haven't done anything. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's just ridiculous. I would have just shut up. I'm in second place. I'm getting $75,000, and I'm fine with it. It's your first season.
I see Courtney saying Brittany told Turner about the girls' alliance to get him to want Taylor out because she wants Alyssa to stay over Taylor. Yes, except for the fact that there is no alliance with the girls. But yes, 100%, she was doing too much. She was trying to solidify or get closer with Turner so that she could have a kind of final two. She was trying to make sure that Turner would want to target a Taylor over an Alyssa. She was trying to make sure that they know I'm not so in with Michael. She's trying to cram all this shit into one conversation after a POV on a fucking Saturday when the eviction is on Thursday, because you're horrible at this game, Brittany. You are horrible. Just let Michael bring you to the end, sweetheart.
Yeah. At this point, count the number of people in the house. Count how many things you've won so far. You're in second. Just shut up. You're in second. Accept it. Stop trying to play like, oh, I think this is going to work. It's not. And even if it did work, it's one thing. I mean, nothing you can do at this point can match Michael's resume, except number 2, if you get there. And happy.
And by the way, you don't have to do anything, Brittany. Everyone's going to take you to the end now that Terence is going because Alyssa has all of her friends in the jury and everyone else played the game.
Yeah. Right.
So you're the only one that hasn't done anything all season now. So you're the one they're all going to bring. You don't got to make any deals.
But does Alyssa have a lot of friends? I mean, she's voted all of her friends out.
No.
She voted out her showman. She voted out Indy. She has no problem. I'm fine. Even tonight in the episode, roses are red, violets are blue. Terrence, bye-bye.
The jury loves Alyssa. Take my word for it. If Alyssa's in the final two, it doesn't matter that her only game move was sleeping with Kyle to get her to use the POV on him. I mean, switch those words. It doesn't matter. She could win. Everyone loves Alyssa in the jury. And by the way, I said this with Derek on the last episode, but and for people asking, Brittany is joining us on Wednesday and then Matt Hoffman on the following Friday. So far, those are our confirmed ones. People keep asking. Okay, here's what frustrates me. I'm not sure Michael does win. If Terence really goes in that jury and really lays it down and really puts it on people, I'm afraid that they might not want to vote for him and there's no one in there fighting for him. Really, the best thing for Michael's game is for Brittany to go out tomorrow night on the double, not at his hand, so that he just has anybody in there fighting for him.
Right.
And he's in the worst spot. Because if you think about it, Michael has to win HOH or POV, or he's probably going home.
He has to win POV this Thursday. He can't win HOH. He has to win the POV because he's going to get nominated.
Right. But also, what he has to do that no one else has to do is he can't lie to anyone or he makes a bitter juror. Right. Where this is where Brittany is fucking up. Brittany is lying to Turner, lying to Taylor. Everyone has just been finding out over the past 2 days that all Brittany's been doing is lying to all of them. So now Brittany has this giant target on her back. She's lied about everything. All these jurors will go into jury pissed at Brittany, thinking she lied. Michael really hasn't done that. He's only withheld this information.
Right.
But he is trapped. Like, Michael really can't play the game. Because what is he going to do? He has to win POV. If he wins POV tomorrow night, there's no blood on his hands, great. But then he needs to win HOH again. And now when he wins HOH again, what is he going to do? Is he just made Monty and Turner think that he's working with them. Now, that's who he should put up, but if he puts either of those two up, you're going to send a very pissed off Monty or Turner to the jury to go join a very pissed off Terence and Kyle at you? You're not winning. Like, Michael is fucked if he doesn't get somebody in that jury to fight on his behalf. I'm not sure he wins.
Well, I don't think that. I honestly think Monty, if he's nominated and voted out, I honestly think he will be like, I want to vote for the best player. I really think he'll think that. I'm nervous about Terence. Terence threatening him that he's going to dirty the jury. Threatening that, what him and Brittany did as far as, the things that Kyle said, as far as the cookout. I think that's a little more dangerous, which is why, Michael was seemed pretty confident, like, hey, Turner or Terrence, you're going home, whatever. And I'm thinking, is that the best game? Is that the best move for you? Do we really need Terrence in there now where there's weeks and weeks of him just talking shit and making stuff up and tainting the jury? Maybe it is time for Alyssa.
Maybe. Here's the thing. Because you don't watch the live feeds, Monty is obsessed with Michael. I do not think Monty will vote for Michael. Monty is... he's one of the people who was almost in a lot of ways more mad than Terence was that Michael withheld the information. So I honestly do not see Monty voting for Michael, especially if Monty goes home under Michael's HOH. Because he's just been very focused on wanting Michael out. Now, the only thing that trumped that was he's a little misogynistic, and him and Turner were just like, ooh, these girls, who do they think they are? They think they're gonna make a plan and try and trick us? We're Monty and Turner. We're gonna get these girls. We're not gonna let them do it. And Taylor even went to Monty and was trying to, like, undo some of the Brittany bullshit, because it's all come out. Like, everyone has talked. Everyone knows that Brittany's been lying to everyone. So Taylor has tried to undo that a little bit with Monty, and she's been like, you know, if this is a double or whatever's happened on Thursday, I think this is when we have to take the shot at Michael. And Monty was actually like, no, I think it's too early. Which is shocking, because Monty always has wanted to go after, Michael. So it's getting in his head that the girls are working together. And we'll see. No one can lie now. We're at final 6. If you are lying to the other people in the house, you're just a fucking idiot because you're making a bitter juror. It's the exact same reason why I do not understand why Michael does not sit Monty and Turner down and go, guys, I understand you are coming for me. You understand that obviously because of numbers, I might have to come for you. Let's just make a 1 or 2 week deal right now. Let's do an old school Big Brother deal. I will, now granted, this is what I feel he should have done before POV. He should have said, I will not renom either one of you. You will be safe this week. In return, you will keep me safe next week. And I understand. Everyone's argument to that to me is, Eric, they're not going to honor it. Why make a bullshit deal that they're not going to honor? Because it forces them to have something they went back on in the jury. None of these people have what Michael has. Michael has to be honest and true about every fucking thing that he says, because he is the target week after week.
Right.
All these other people can lie and manipulate, and they're never held to anything by the jury. So make them fucking have to stand by something, so that if you're in the jury and you get sent home by them, then you're gonna go, you told me that we had a 2-week deal. I could have got you out. Why do you think you're going to get my vote right now? I honored my end of the deal. You did not honor your end of the deal. You do not have my vote. You do not have Brittany's vote. And I will get the jury not to vote for you in the same way Terence was getting the jury not to vote for me. Bye. You suck. Make a fucking deal. It enrages me that he doesn't make a deal.
To keep Monty and Turner.
I mean, he should have done it before POV to keep himself safe Michael, going into next week.
But Michael's smart. There's little things he's doing, like keeping his promise with Turner this week. He has a lot of those things that he's going to thread in his speech and answer questions and stuff so that he is honest. I think the biggest hurdle for him is going to be when they release this news about a possible cookout 2.0 happening in the house when there wasn't. I think that's going to be the biggest thing. We've heard him say, I had to sit and marinate on it and I wasn't sure. No, you didn't. You used it when you wanted to. But then you also have to think this is also a game of manipulation. So,
well,
it's such a gray area with it. It's like great gameplay, horrible subject that you use to play the game, right?
I mean, here's the thing. So, here's what Terence has been doing. Terence has been telling Taylor and Monty that he wants to stay in the game for the cause. you know, because they are people of
Oh,
color,
no,
like the cook.
no, you can't
Oh,
play that, Terrence. No,
yeah. Well,
no,
just wait.
no.
You haven't even heard it all yet.
I have
So
drink, and this is
that's
iced
what.
tea, not a Long Island like people have tweeted and commented.
Okay, so that's what he's been kind of doing with Taylor. However, Taylor, thank God, has not been buying his bullshit at all. She's been going back to Monty to tell Monty everything that he's been saying. But here's what's messed up. When Taylor left the room, Terence was like, well, I'm just playing the card right back to her that she played. She tried to, you know, use the Kyle, like to Taylor. Taylor tried to use the whole Kyle situation and everything to help her game. So now I'm just going to turn it right back around and try and use it on them. So I was very much just like, oh God, you're really saying that? Because that totally makes, like, I felt for him in his hurt and his pain over not knowing and feeling like, but now when you're saying that you're turning around and using it for game back on
Yeah,
Taylor,
I
makes me
guess.
just go,
Hey,
that's
he gets
gross.
over things quickly.
Which is great. And I mean, it's for him and not for us to get over. And if that's what he has to do to get over it, then that's fine. And I'm not judging him. I just feel like, wow, I feel stupid that I cared about how hurt you were over it when really you didn't care and you had no problem using it for game for yourself.
Well, I didn't specifically care that he was hurt. The whole subject is what
That's
was
what I mean.
hurtful
He's
to me.
hurt over the
But
whole
but
thing.
Terrence to just go ahead and well, they played the card first. No, you don't do that. Now you've just completely destroyed anything that we were all thinking, and hopefully Michael figures it out. So by the time he's being asked when he's sitting in final two, he can answer that, right? I mean, it was bad, but now it's not that bad.
I mean, I don't think anyone in that house is the representative for an entire race or cause or
No.
anything. So I don't think Terrence being this way negates how
Turner, the
most
leader of
people.
the bisexuals. What?
Right.
I'm sorry.
Turner is the leader of the but you know what I'm saying? No, I think Terrence is just a douchebag. Like, there have been people that have come to me and be like, Eric, you know, block these kind of people or that kind of people. I'm like, I block assholes. I was like, I got news for you. I can barely see your avatar. I don't know what you look like. I just block
Yeah.
assholes. If you come at me and you're cursing or you're whatever, then you're blocked. I don't
Yeah.
care. So it's the same thing. I think not Turner, I think Terrence is just not a great person. And we've known that because let's even pretend like he's trying to be sincere when he says, I want to do it for you, Taylor. Let's do it for the cause. You didn't want to do it for the cause when you wanted to vote her out over Daniel.
Right.
You didn't want to do it for the cause when you were flipping the house to vote her out and keep Kyle. So thank God Taylor understands that and knows all that.
Yeah.
So she's just like, oh yeah, Terrence. Oh, I understand. Yeah, the cause. Thank you. It's me and you. I'm going to fight for you. And then goes and just tells Monty everything because she knows he's fucking
yeah.
full of shit.
Well, I thought the funniest thing tonight was having Turner house guest choice. I picked Taylor, and I'm like, Taylor? And then just did not want Turner to feel safe at all. Jeez, pretty harsh. I mean, everybody's talking stuff behind their backs and stuff, but
no, that was, he did that as the lead in to the conversation with Taylor. So he was saying he didn't, this is why the edit of the show is stupid, because that had nothing to do with why he did it. He did it because he wanted to tell Taylor, this is my olive branch to you. This is my peace sign. I'm letting you know I
keep
trust
all
you.
my people of color safe.
Correct. I want to make sure you can play. I want you to see that I trust you.
Even though I've been gunning you for most of the season, Taylor.
Correct.
Hypocrisy at its best.
He should have picked Turner 100%. It would have at least... But see, this is the same thing. It doesn't matter what Terence does in the same way of what Brittany's doing. You, again, are at final 6. You cannot just throw bullshit at people because you're going to have to go back on it. And when you do, they're not voting for you to win, because none of these people are handling the jury well at all. What I will still say Derek did better than anyone in this game is he sent every single person out that door to do battle for him in the jury. None of these people are doing that.
Yeah.
And I agree that the final 2 speeches, you answering people's questions for the jury, you having all of 3 minutes to explain a game that you played for 3 months is never going to happen, and you're never changing these people's mind. The only thing the jury cares is how you made them feel when you evicted them. So Michael is screwed if every single person that leaves this game is a bitter... So far we got Terence pissed at him, Kyle pissed at him, Joseph not going to be pissed at him, but might end up being when he hears from Kyle. Indy, who's blaming Kyle, but might... he's just screwed. My point is, don't lie, because Brittany is now screwed. She's lied to everyone. There's no way Terence is staying, but if he was to stay, he ain't gonna be for the cause. He would have went after them, and then they wouldn't have given him the vote. Stop lying at final 6. There's no point.
Right, and I am, especially even Brittany, there was been conversations in the YouTube chat, and, if Brittany goes to jury, maybe in the double eviction, how is she going to talk up Michael's game when I don't think she's really respected all that well?
But she at least can. At least the other people will go in there and be anti-Michael. She's not going to be anti-Michael. And because she's literally been attached to his game, she can at least maybe answer questions.
Attached.
I mean,
totally.
No one's fighting. No one is going to be fighting. It's going to be atrocious to me that Michael's going to make it to the end of this game, and I just fear it's going to be a really bitter-ass jury who's going to just give the other person the win.
I don't need to see another Paul.
Exactly. It will be another Paul.
Yeah.
It will be the person who deserved it. And I see people saying, well, Michael's going to be a bitter juror. I think Michael will be a bitter juror, and I think he has every right to be a bitter juror when he's won 86% of the competitions and literally had to carry every single person through this game, and his decisions influenced what happens week after week. No one else's did. So I'd be pretty bitter too if I carried the entire season on my back, broke 16-year-old things, and then I don't get to go to the end because the people that I kept safe winning everything turned on me and didn't want to battle me in the final 3 and do it, quote, fairly. Now I get it, it's a game and nothing is fair, and yeah, if I was in the house, I probably would have taken out Michael too. But what I wouldn't have done is made the promise that I wouldn't.
Right. Or if you were kind of like a Brittany, let him take you to the end. Be final 2. You can't compete with his resume, but at least help them. At least get him there, Yeah.
Law says, Ticks and Fleas need a host. Who will Brittany latch on to in jury?
Ooh.
Indy.
Terence.
No. Joseph. Clearly Joseph. Because Joseph isn't going to let anybody... See, this is the one thing that I am holding on to. This is my one ray of hope for Michael. Joseph has always been the calm, collected voice of reason and has always been able to rein people's bullshit in and get everyone to talk respectively and see the bigger picture. I hope that Joseph is going to be able to rein this jury in for Michael once he realizes that Taylor no longer has a chance. Because unfortunately, as much as everybody knows that Brittany is full of shit and all she did was lie about everybody, she also put a pretty big target on Taylor now. And we always knew that Turner was going for Taylor, but now I think Taylor is higher on Alyssa's list and higher on Monty's list as well. So, I mean, people keep whatever. I think there is a good chance Taylor or Brittany goes tomorrow if Michael wins POV. I think we're going to see Taylor go or Brittany go.
In the second
half. In the second half. Yeah. Terence is going in the first half, no question.
Right.
I mean, unless something insane happens tonight overnight, he's going. Now, another thing, and I found this so funny. This just... And by the way, I do not think that this represents Twitter as a whole. I know that we give such shit to BB Twitter. I understand it's like 3% of the trolls. They're just the loudest people. But I love how all the people who did the hashtag stop protecting Kyle, productions protecting Kyle, Grodner loves Kyle, like all these people that wouldn't shut the fuck up about it on Twitter. We find out yesterday on the feeds that production was pushing so hard to get Terence to evict Kyle. Where are all the people? Where are you guys now? Hello? He literally just said production was fighting to get him to switch to Kyle. Hello, hypocrites on Twitter. Where? Oh my God. Hello? It's why I block all these fucking people. No, none of you have anything to say now? You just found out that production was doing the thing you wanted. Okay, all crickets now. Got it. I'm sure you'll fly off the handle and be enraged about something else in 3 seconds. Oh my God. And again, that represents 3% of Big Brother Twitter. And I luckily don't see it because I think I have like 8,000 people blocked over the past 10 years. I love a block. And I don't care. But, you know, I see it when I search the Big Brother hashtags for things. And it's just like, oh God, it is so... Like these people, and then you just look, and they all have like 5 followers. 10. It's like you just know they're all 13-year-olds that made 15 different accounts.
Oh yeah, and have nothing better to do than just going.
So I just think it is gonna be interesting. But I love Twitter, just like I love our Discord. We talk all night long because they don't start gaming until 3 a.m. We're usually in the Discord, no joke, from 3 a.m. Eastern until like, I mean, people are there all day long, but I'm in there at like 3 a.m. Eastern until like 7 a.m. because that's when all the gaming's happening.
As far as the feeds.
Yeah, like you can watch the feeds and have our Discord open, and then we just chat in the BB24 post section. And I like it so much better because it's so much like less toxic than the chat rooms and
I
Twitter
think too, a lot of the toxicity is coming from the East Coast because us West Coasters, we're relaxed
no, it's the
and
West
chill.
Coast. No, you're
and
not.
You know, it's actually midnight here, which makes a lot of sense. Yeah. So that's why you're able to see the feeds better because it's only midnight in the Big Brother house.
Yeah, but no.
Yes, and of course, yes.
Us East Coasters are able to handle things critically and logically.
I don't know.
It's you West Coasters and your feelings that get hurt all the time that you have to lash out about.
If you East Coasters get enough sleep. You seem very...
We seem very logical, yeah.
That's not logical. That's... Methy. Methy is what I'm trying to say.
Look, you have Maximus Mom on your...
We take naps here on the West Coast, so we're nice and relaxed.
You got Maximus Mom on your coast, and there is not a bigger delusional Twitter troll for Big Brother than her, and she's on your coast.
And I love her.
Block her. Do yourselves a favor. Just block it. Hashtag
love
block it all.
Maximus Mom.
So, what do you think will happen? What do you think will happen in the double?
I think Michael's going to get nominated.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't win the veto, I'm going to die because he doesn't deserve to be in jury because he will be voted out by everybody.
So wait. 100%, because this is what I've been arguing. Like, we've just been in a big fight. It's everyone together fighting me in Discord. I say Michael has a 50-50 chance to stay. And they all say there is a 0% chance that if he does not win veto, he is going home.
Yeah. And I will die if he does, because everything he's worked for, all of the wins, everything, I would just be like,
well, then I didn't do a good job on this show.
But that's the game, though. But that's the game, and I get it. But I think if he wins the veto between Alyssa, Brittany, Taylor, it'll be between. It's going to be Brittany. They're going to want to sever the.
Oh, God, I hope. I mean, I'm not that lucky. Miss Mancougar says there's never a good turnout during the double. Nicole Anthony winning was a good turnout on 21. Mm-hmm. And this season has very big BB21 vibes. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping for a positive BB21 outcome on this one.
Yeah, whoever's HOH, if there's a chance, if Michael's nominated, he wins the veto, takes himself off. If he's not sitting next to Brittany, Brittany will be the new nom, and she will need to go. I think that whoever's that HOH, that would be a great resume move to cut that twosome up.
Nope. You bring Brittany to the end because she's done nothing, and you can beat her. They're going to go after Taylor, I believe. I'm pretty sure 100% Turner will go after Taylor. I think Alyssa.
But if you keep going through the game and you keep Brittany, Michael always has an extra vote more than you do. I would get rid of.
But it doesn't matter. There's 2 weeks left.
But Michael's going to win. He's a comp beast anyway.
Then go for Michael.
And we tried, and then he wins the veto. So then why not get rid of his extra vote?
Because maybe somebody else will get rid of him, and then we can go against Alyssa at the end, who hasn't done anything Brittany.
Either. Take Alyssa.
No, the jury loves her.
Oh, and if she's final 2, you think she would win?
Yes, the jury loves Alyssa.
If Michael and Alyssa were final 2, you think Alyssa would win?
I got news for you. I think it's a very.
I will never watch US again, ever.
I got news for you. It all depends on what Terence really does when he goes in that jury.
He's going to try to dirty the jury. We know that.
Then I think Michael's in trouble.
Joseph's halo will magically brighten the jury up and get everybody to think logically in game and not with so much emotion. But if Alyssa and Michael were next to each other and Alyssa won, bye-bye, US. Bye-bye, Comedy Jonah. Signing off.
I'm sorry, what has to happen? Just so I know what I'm rooting for. What has to happen for this scenario? Oh, if Michael loses and he's in the final 2.
To Alyssa.
Girl, Alyssa's not getting to the end of this game. Are you kidding me?
That was the scenario I presented, and you said, "Oh yeah, he'll win it. She'll win it, Michael." And I'm like, "Oh my God, no!"
I got news for you. It's gonna be a sausage fest at the end of this game because it always is. I can honestly see Alyssa taking out a Taylor tomorrow. I can see a Brittany taking out a Taylor tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I think Brittany should go because even if, there's going to be comps where he's not picked, or let's say another HOH comp, and let's say he was the HOH before and he can't play in.
There's only one more of each. There's only one more HOH, one more POV. Like after tomorrow night's episode, I'm sorry, 2 more HOHs, 2 more POVs, and then the final. Yeah. He doesn't really have to win a lot.
No.
He only has to win the POV This next POV,
This
he
week's
has to win
POV,
tonight. Then if he wins the next HOH, he's
because
golden.
he's
He gets to
eligible.
play.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
eligible next week.
Yeah, so if he gets that HOH, he's guaranteed to make it to finale.
Yeah,
So really, this POV is the most important
for him.
for him because he has no ability really to game. Like I said,
Right.
if I was Michael, I don't know. I 100%, once they announce that it is double eviction, I am going to get those guys laser focused on hating the girls. I don't know how I would do it, but that's what I would do, number one. And not for nothing, I would literally turn to Brittany, and maybe it would be dumb because then she'd be a bitter juror, but I would just turn to Brittany and be like, you need to act like you're going for the guys so they save me.
Yeah.
You need to right now make it seem like you're going to go for them or else I'm going home. Now, that's if you wanted to be honest about it, which I kind of think he should. Or, like I said, he could just turn to her in all sincerity, like douchebag Dan Giesling, and just be like, I know what you did, and I'm going to make sure you go home tonight. And then watch Brittany just start hysterical crying and fall apart. And it'd be hysterical, and I'd love it. But it would probably burn another jury vote, and he needs everyone he can get.
He does need every single one. He needs to be nice.
I agree. If Michael can survive 1 hour tomorrow night, he wins the game. He just needs to survive he just needs to survive it. Now, speaking of this, because it is a special 2-hour episode tomorrow night, I meant to ask you before we went live, Comedy Jonah, but are we doing our 2-hour special time schedule where we go live on the following day at 1 p.m. Eastern?
Well, yeah, because the feeds, right? Also, and then because it's late.
Yeah, because the episode's not gonna end till 11. Yeah. Then everyone is gonna be on the feeds because we want to. So, are you able to do 1 p.m. Eastern on Friday for our next show? Or 2? Or noon?
No, and that's 10 a.m. my time, right?
10, 11, 12, 1. It sure is.
Yes, I am.
Well, there you go, everyone. So, I will, of course, be live tweeting during the episode. I'm sure we will be live immediately following to talk about the feeds while we wait for them to come on. But it's not going to be a show because everyone's going to be watching the feeds. It'll just be me hanging out with you guys talking feeds. Then the following day, Friday, is when Comedy Joan and I will be live at 1 in the afternoon Eastern, breaking it all down for you. And you guys like that better because I have a feeling, because it's a double, we're not going to know who the next HOH is by the end. So if you're someone that only watches these shows and doesn't watch the live feeds, we'll have a spoiler for you on who the new HOH is too.
Perfect, and I just block my calendar. So.
Oh, I love when you block your calendar.
Oh my God,
Comedy
I'm so important.
I love it. Which is why I have to remind everyone, you should make sure that you don't block, but instead you follow, like, and subscribe wherever you're watching these shows. Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Like I say, we want to keep bringing you more new content when Big Brother is over, so you following and doing that lets you keep up with us. Of course, if you like any of these shows, share them. I love that Rachel in our chat makes fun little mashups and she makes little fun little things out of our show that I retweet a lot, and I love when people do that, so thank you, Rachel. You can tweet us anytime with hashtag YRRLive. You can visit our website for the past 10 years of our shows over at yourrealityrecaps.com. And special congratulations to all the prize winners over in YouNow. And thank you to everyone, the top people that gave bars over there. EVOO, Debbie, BB Hyde, Chickadee, Lori, Jian Su, Lori R, Robin, Michelle Owens. I see Annie did too, but she cheated on the trash draft game and I still haven't forgotten. Oh, created a second account for my husband. I bet.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think your husband's in the show, is he? So I guess I don't care about his pics.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you everyone there. You guys subscribing, doing all those things, donating, it very much helps. We very much appreciate it. It is what keeps all the shows going. It's what might, I hear all of you. A lot of people are saying you would also like a podcast with John and I. We hear you. When Big Brother is over,
I'd rather do that.
All right, well, relax, buddy. Jesus.
I'd rather do that than Big Brother.
Do you want to end it on
Or
something
Survivor.
happy? And do you want to end it on something happy and tell everyone what you told me before the show started?
What did I tell you?
Oh, yeah. Does that mean you don't?
About my cat?
Yeah.
Why would you want to end the show on that?
Well, I thought it was funny, what you told me and then what I said and then what you said. I thought it was funny.
I forgot what you said. I'm just sad.
Comedy Jonah's sad because he had to put his cat down today, and I, being the good, caring friend that I am, said to him, "Oh, I'm really sad to hear that. That's really sad news. Are you okay?" And what was your reply, Comedy Jonah?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I said, "That's really sad."
When did you say that?
Well, that's what I said to you when your reply to me was, "No, you don't care. You hate cats."
Yeah, true.
But I still said I was sorry and pretended like I cared. And then my other reply was, "Darn, now I can't make fun of Michael's comic."
And I gave you permission to go ahead.
And I didn't, because I'm a nice person. But everybody cares, and we know that losing a pet is a very sad and tragic thing, and especially, but you said you gave, and here's why I wanted you to say it, because God knows people saw that thing on the show a lot, so I thought that it would be a nice closure for people. You were saying what a nice life he had. What was his name? Monroe? Maxwell?
Madison?
Monty? Madison?
Michael, Monty.
Had an M. I should get credit for that.
Yeah,
No,
he was 17. I had him for 9 years, and he was the sweetest, but could be so annoying, and constant attention, constantly competing with the pugs, and just at times drove me absolutely nuts. But I mean, it was the nicest, sweetest cat. It was bad. And with older cats, things turn quickly, I mean, all of a sudden he was fine, and the next day his kidney started failing. So by the time I noticed really something was wrong, took him to the vet today, and yeah, I went to take him to see how he was doing and ended up putting him down just an hour before the show. So yeah.
So that's how committed Comedy Jonah is to shows, and
Not Derek shows, but
not the Derek shows, just this one.
Just the show with you.
Oh, hey, did you sell the house?
Oh, they decided not to take
Oh, that's such a coincidence. How odd. Okay, so no, like I said, I know that a lot of the YR people know your cat from, him
my
being...
cooking shows, this show, yeah.
So I know people were going to care, and I know that you can't see... I know you can't see the You Now chat, but everybody is saying that they love you, and they're very sorry, and what a great life you gave your kitty.
No, he was hilarious, yeah. He was a sweetie.
What a good kitty. If John gets another cat, he should name it Eric. Courtney, I'm going to need you to just perma-block Annie at this point.
Yep, I think that's a great idea.
Thank you.
I think that's a great idea.
Okay, so thank you all for tuning into the show. I think we're in for a fun night of feeds, maybe. I'll be on Twitch for a while, listening and playing. Feel free to come and join, or I'll be in the Discord later tonight, or go hang out with the Discord people now. They're always there. YourRealityRecaps.com/Discord. Final thoughts, Comedy Jonah?
No, just really excited about Thursday and see what happens and crossing my fingers, toes, and eyes that Michael makes it.
Alrighty, everybody. We'll see you all. John and I will see you all on Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern, or like I said, I'm always live, so you can see me anytime you want.
Yep.
Bye for now, everybody. Bye, friends.